The evening has settled in without asking anything of her. Nora turns off the last light in the kitchen and lets the room fall into shadow. Outside, the world continues in small ways. A car passing, a distant voice. Inside, everything feels paused. She sits down and exhales. Not because she's tired exactly, more because she's been holding something quietly all day. A question. It hasn't been loud. It hasn't demanded answers. It's just been there, resting somewhere between her chest and her thoughts. She doesn't try to name it. Tonight doesn't ask her to. Nora has reached a place in her life where things are mostly fine. Not perfect, not falling apart, just fine in a way that feels unfinished. She has learned how to function without clarity, how to keep moving even when the direction isn't obvious. But lately, she's noticed the space where certainty used to sit. What's next? Is this enough? Am I becoming who I thought I would be? The questions arrive softly, without urgency. They don't frighten her. They just hover, waiting. Nora has spent years believing she should know by now, that answers arrive on time, neatly labeled, ready to be lived. But tonight, sitting in the quiet, she realizes something else. Knowing isn't always immediate. Some things ask for patience instead of decisions. She rests her hands in her lap and notices how calm her body feels despite the uncertainty. Her breath moves easily. Her shoulders aren't tense. Her heart is steady. Her body isn't panicking. That feels important. Maybe not knowing doesn't mean something is wrong. Maybe it means something is still forming. Nora thinks about how many things in her life arrived slowly. Friendships, confidence, self-trust. None of them announced themselves when they began. They simply grew. She smiles slightly at the thought. She doesn't need to solve her life tonight. She doesn't need to choose a direction or define herself more clearly. This moment doesn't require clarity. It requires rest. The questions can stay. They don't need answers yet. They can sit quietly beside her, like unfinished sentences waiting for their own time. There is relief in that. Nora hasn't missed anything. She hasn't fallen behind. She's simply standing in between. And that space isn't empty. It's full of possibility, even if she can't see it yet. Nora stands and moves toward the bedroom, letting the quiet follow her. As she lies down, the bed feels steady beneath her, grounding, familiar, patient. Her body softens, her legs, her shoulders, her breath. The questions loosen their hold, drifting gently to the edges of her mind. They don't disappear. They just rest. Nora doesn't need to know tonight. Tomorrow doesn't ask for answers either. For now, it's enough to breathe, to be here, to trust that clarity comes in its own time. Sleep arrives softly, without explanation, and Nora lets herself drift into it, held by the knowing that not knowing yet is allowed. Good night.